Okay, today we are going to start the new topic breathing and exchange of gases. Okay, so our topic name is today what we are discussing breathing and exchange of gases. So, our topic name is breathing and exchange of gases. Breathing and exchange of gases. Exchange of gases. Okay, today we are going to discuss about breathing and exchange of gases. So okay, here the breathing and exchange of gases, that is our topic name. Okay, generally later we'll discuss about what is breathing water. Okay, if you want to do something in physical activities, exercise, or any work, if you want to do any work, we need some energy. How to get that energy? Generally we are taking food. Okay, food gives us energy. Which food gives us energy? Oxidized food materials gives us energy. That means which is what react with oxygen, whatever food we are taking. Generally whatever we are taking in that food, proteins, carbohydrate, fats, vitamins and minerals is there in the. Mainly the carbohydrates gives us energy. Carbohydrates and fats gives us energy. Even sometimes the proteins also gives us energy. So we need some energy, okay, to do something, to do some physical activities, okay, to continue metabolic activities in our body. We require, in our body requires some energy. How to get that energy? With food molecule. Not only with food, we will get what, which is oxidized food material. Oxygen is useful to split. Oxygen is useful to split the water, whatever the molecules of what food molecules, and gives us energy. Generally, that is going on in our body. So, oxygen is also very important to gives us to give energy. Okay, not only food substances, even oxygen is also required for to get energy. Remember that point only. So, here, generally, our concept given here the breathing and exchange of gases. Generally, what is breathing? What is how exchange of gases is occurs? In this topic, we have to discuss about that one. Okay, breathing. What is breathing? What is respiration? And what is the difference between respiration and breathing? And also, what are the respiratory organs in human beings, in respiratory organs in other animals, and process of respiration in human beings we are discussing in this chapter. So first of all we have to discuss what is breathing. So breathing is a external process already. Okay, breathing is a external process, extracellular. So breathing is what? Breathing is a extracellular physical process. Extracellular physical process. Cellular physical process. What is extracellular physical process? Extracellular physical process means what? It occurs in, especially in respiratory organs. It is a physical process. That means what is the meaning of breathing? Breathing means what? Breathing means what? The process of inhalation and exhalation. Only simple. The process of inhalation and exhalation. Taking in and out what? Gases. That is we can call. So taking in and out. Okay, so okay, process of inhalation, process of inhalation, inhalation and exhalation. The process of inhalation and exhalation we can call breathing. Generally, process of inhalation means for taking gas in and out, sending out, gas in and sending out. That is you can call especially for breathing. Breathing is the external process. So what will be happen? Extracellular physical process. So generally, okay, so so many students thought that breathing and respiration both are same, but lot of difference is there breathing and respiration. Breathing is an external process. That means what? Extracellular it is occur. That means not in cells. Extracellular means what? Outside the cells it will be occurs, not inside the cells. That is we can call what breathing. And also in the process of breathing, just it is the breathing only gases are going in and out, but energy it is not provides any energy. So energy is not produced. No energy is produced. Energy is not produced in breathing. So try to understand that is we can call breathing. Breathing is a just external process, extracellular physical process. That means process of inhalation and exhalation we can call breathing. Just we have to remember that much only. In that there is no energy is not provided. Energy is not produced in this process. That is breathing. So, okay, what is respiration? Generally, respiration, respiration and breathing both are not equal. Respiration is different. What is respiration? Generally, respiration means for okay, whatever food molecules or food substances are oxidized food materials, oxidization of food substances, food substance, oxidation of food substance, okay, produce what? Energy. Produce or giving what? Energy. What is oxidization of food substances? Generally, already we are untold. Generally, we are taking the food substances, what carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, minerals, whatever is there. Here, the carbohydrates gives us energy. Fats also gives us energy, and even sometimes amino acids also converts into energy. So, okay, when we are required, when our body is required, fats and amino acids also converts into energy. So, generally, carbohydrates are gives us energy. So carbohydrates are what? Food substances, food components, nutrients. For example, these food components, okay, for example, this is what? Cell. Inside the cell, mitochondria is there. In cell, what happened? This glucose molecule, glucose is what? Glucose is the simple substance of carbohydrates. So glucose, okay, glucose broke down, breaking down and releasing energy. What it releasing energy? Releasing energy by breaking down of glucose. Breaking down of glucose means what? Oxidation of food substances, releasing what? Energy. Produce what? Energy. Or releasing what? Energy. Releasing what? Energy. Which substances are okay producing energy in cell? That means it is intracellular. So, okay, respiration is called intracellular biochemical process. Biochemical process. Why? Because it is called intracellular biochemical process. Means what? It is a chemical reaction is going on inside the cell. So, intracellular biochemical process. That means inside the cell, food substance breaking down and releasing energy is called respiration. So, meaning of respiration and breathing totally different. Breathing is a part of respiration, but it is not equivalent to respiration. Respiration is occurs in internal, inside the body, intracellular biochemical process. In this, what happened? Food molecule, the food substance, whatever food substance, breaking down food substance breaking down and releasing what? Breaking down and releasing what? Energy. Releasing energy. So it is called what? Especially for we can call respiration. So clear. So respiration totally different. What breathing is totally different. Breathing is a part of respiration, but respiration is occurs in what? Okay, inside the body, inside all parts of the body. That means all parts of the body made up of cells. Each and every cell require what energy. For example, I am moving my hand. My hand requires some energy. My hand is also made up of cells. Each cell requires that energy. We who produce that energy means what? The energy is produced by in the process of respiration. Respiration means breaking down of food substance, and releasing energy inside the cell, so that it is also called cellular respiration. So that why we are called cellular respiration is occurs in inside the cell, so that it is called cellular respiration is also. So, okay, here in cellular respiration, what happened? Exchange of gases is occurs inside the cell. What happened? It is here the carbon dioxide is produced. The carbon dioxide and oxygen enters, and carbon dioxide moving out. So exchange of gases is also occurs in cellular level. Exchange of gases. Exchange of gases is also occurs in cellular level. So third, okay, that is respiration. So that if anyone is asking the difference between what breathing and respiration, totally breathing is a part of respiration. Respiration occurs inside the cell. That means food molecule broke down and releasing energy inside the cell. So that is we can call especially for respiration. Intracellular biochemical process. That means chemical reaction is going on, so that we can call biochemical process. Bio means living organism. It is living on cell. It is occurs, so that it is called biochemical process. Okay. Anyway, now generally what we have to discuss right now, we have to discuss about types of respiration. What we have to discuss right now? Types of respiration. Types of respiration. So generally we know, in some organisms based on their oxygen, some are taking oxygen, some are respire, some are food molecules are broke down in the presence of oxygen. In some organisms, what will be happen actually? Respiration is occurs without oxygen. So based on oxygen, okay. So based on oxygen, which are some organisms what respire in the presence of oxygen. So types of respiration, generally respiration is two types. One is aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Second one is anaerobic respiration. So that what we call second one is anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. So the respiration is two types of respiration: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. What is aerobic respiration? Aerobic respiration means what? Air. Air means here, just imagine air means what? Oxygen. So aerobic, oxygen. Air means what? Oxygen. Just imagine, just oxygen. Some organisms, organisms means what? Maybe animals or plants. In some organisms, respiration, broke down of food molecules. Respiration is occurs in the presence of oxygen. Presence of oxygen. So oxygen is required to the organism. Some organisms oxygen is required to breaking down food molecule. Oxidization process. For oxidization process, oxygen is required. To break down what? Food molecules, breaking down of food molecules, oxygen is required to some organism. For example, here in aerobic respiration, what happens in aerobic respiration? In aerobic respiration, food molecule, generally food molecule which gives us energy, glucose. So that I will write in glucose. Okay, oxidation of glucose. What it produce? Carbon dioxide. So that I will write the sentence dioxide, carbon dioxide and water, carbon dioxide and water and energy. Remaining energy 36 ATPs. Total 38 ATPs are produced, but 36 ATPs are remaining. So anyway, here the glucose molecule is broke down and releasing what? Releasing carbon dioxide. So that, okay, C6H12O6. What is C6H12O6? This is what? Glucose, which gives us energy. This C6H12O6, in the presence of oxidation of glucose molecule and releasing what? Carbon dioxide and water and also what? Energy. Energy produced in the form of ATPs. ATPs, generally human beings 36 ATPs. So, okay, energy is produced in the form of what? ATPs. Okay, to balancing 6 and 6. Okay, okay. Here, this is the what equation of aerobic respiration. C6H12O6 by oxidation of glucose molecule and releasing carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is produced inside the cell. Inside the cell, after respiration, it produces what? Carbon dioxide, little bit water substances, water, and also energy. Energy it stores in mitochondria like ATPs, adenosine triphosphates. So this is aerobic respiration, aerobic type of respiration. Now anaerobic, generally anaerobic means, okay, don't write like that in examination. So blindly you have to remember an means absent. What is absent? Air. Already we know air means, here we thought that is oxygen. Here oxygen is absent. Without oxygen, some organisms are respire without oxygen. Without oxygen, that some organisms are respire. Respiration is occurs in without oxygen, like yeast. Some organisms are respire. So that is we can call especially for anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Generally we are called anaerobic respiration. Here there is no oxygen. Some microscopic, some small organisms respire. Some type of bacteria, anaerobic respiratory bacteria are respire without oxygen. Oxygen nahi chahiye unko. So that without oxygen, what will happen? They respire. Okay, that type of organisms we can call anaerobic respiratory organisms. Okay, if you observe the equation of anaerobic respiratory organisms, especially for here is also glucose molecule C6H12O6. Okay, and without oxygen, here enzymatic reaction is going on in their body. Enzymes, in the presence of enzymes, what they are releasing? C2H5OH. What is C2H5OH? This is we can call ethanol or ethyl alcohol. It produces what? Ethanol or ethyl alcohol. C2H5OH. So what is C2? C2H5OH. C2H5OH nothing but we can call alcoholic beverages. Alcohol. That means it converts the glucose into alcohol. Which converts? For example, yeast. Yeast. Yeast is a fungus. Okay, especially. Yeast converts what it converts? Glucose. Okay. Conversion, that means changing. Conversion of glucose into what? Ethyl alcohol. Ethanol means what? Ethyl alcohol. Alcohol. Conversion of what? Glucose into ethyl alcohol is called, that is we can call is called fermentation. What we call fermentation. Fermentation. So, fermentation process, what is the use of fermentation process? Fermentation process is useful for preparation of what? Preparation of food beverages, food substances, preparation of food substances food substances like idli, vada, dosa, idli, idli, dosa, okay, and also what in some food materials and bakery items. They are using the method of what fermentation. Only for food materials produced by fermentation, not only food substances, and also they are producing what, especially what we call that is alcoholic beverages, alcoholic alcoholic beverages like what, wine, beer, okay, wine, beers, okay, so much of what, especially for the prepare what, wine, beer. Okay, simple. What is fermentation mean? Generally, in our homes, you have to observe. Generally, we sometimes our parents are brought what, black grapes. They kept in somewhere, black grapes. Okay, they kept in somewhere. They forgot about that grapes. Maybe 15-20 days. After 15-20 days, if you observe that grapes are what, it is melted, starting from melting, and also it's if you taste that grapes, it is sour in taste. So first, when we brought that grapes, that taste is sweet, glucose. That glucose converts into what, alcohol. Especially for it gives what, whatever melted grapes are gives what, some different smell is also alcoholic smell. That is a different smell and different taste. That is what, whatever grapes, that is what glucose, conversion of glucose into alcohol. That is especially for we can call fermentation. That is an anaerobic respiratory process. Fermentation, nothing but we can call. So in fermentation, what happened? Glucose directly converts into what, ethyl alcohol. In middle some process glycolysis and is there, okay, ethanol, and it produce what, a carbon dioxide. So next one, so that, okay, carbon dioxide, I'm already given one example as also bread is very puffy. Bread, okay, so bread is very puffy means very smooth. Why? Because the carbon dioxide molecules are trapping in bread particles. Between the bread particles, carbon dioxide is trapping, so that it is puffy and very soft. I try to remember. Next one, what about human beings? In human beings also, sometimes what will be happen, this respiration is anaerobic respiration is occurs. In which time in human beings anaerobic respiration is occurs? Okay, when the oxygen is consumed, oxygen levels are less in our body. Oxygen levels are low, very low in our body, low in our body, and oxygen is consumed. Whatever oxygen levels is there, oxygen is consumed, completed, or okay, consumed, okay, utilized, consumed. When sometimes what, already handled, and sometimes what, we played without taking rest. Maybe 4 to 5 hours if you played, if you ran, okay, 3 to 4 kilometer, what will be happen? Actually, after a few minutes, we feel some muscle pains. Why? Because we feel some muscle pains. Why? Because in our body there is no oxygen. What happened without oxygen? That means without oxygen, what happened? This glucose molecule C6H12O6, this glucose molecule directly produce or converts into what? Lactic acid. It produces what? Lactic acid. So lactic acid is produced in our body. Okay, lactic acid and little bit energy. How much energy? 2 ATPs of energy. In human beings also sometimes Anaerobic respiration is occurs when the oxygen levels are very low or when oxygen is consumed by physical activities or any other functions. What will be happen at the time? This glucose C6H12O6, okay, this glucose directly converts into produce what? Lactic acid in muscles. It produces them, okay, lactic acids in muscles. It is cause of what? Muscle cramps. Muscle cramps means what is the meaning of muscle cramps? Muscle cramps means what? Muscle pains. Okay, muscular pains. It's cause of what? Muscular pains. Okay, which is cause of lactic acid. The lactic acid formula is what? So that I write C6H12O6. It is sometimes it will be produced in our muscles for lactic acid. C3H6 C3H6O3, okay, plus what 280 is energy. Okay, so that in human beings also sometimes what will be happen, actually sometimes this what we call anaerobic respiration is occurs. So if you observe it then, okay, human beings also what it produce accumulation of lactic acid in muscular level. What will happen? It is cause of muscle pains, muscle cramps. Okay, we can call generally muscle cramps. Okay, so this is more types of respiration. So here what we discussed, what is the difference between breathing and respiration and types of respiration. Okay, so now what we have to discuss about that one. Now we have to discuss about what types of respiratory organs. Okay, now we are going to discuss about types of respiratory organs. Just 1 minute.